Hi everybody, it's Kayla, and welcome back to Speed Build. What is today, Tuesday? I don't even know. Yeah, because it's, okay. Sorry, welcome back to another Speed Build on The Sims 4. It's my first video of the year, and can I just tell you guys for a second, I'm gonna complain. I hate how holidays and stuff mess with my upload schedule, because usually I'd post like just a regular Let's Play today, like, oh, Generations number 7, but because it's a holiday, I can't have my first video of the year be like some random Let's Play, so it had to be special, and I was all stressed, like, all day today and yesterday about making like a good video for today, because it's the first one of the year, and then I ended up making a build, because I like to build, and I wanted to branch out and do something kind of fun, because I have a tendency, and have had a tendency for a long time, to just build the same thing over and over again, and that's ugly, and it's not fun. So, I've been trying to really branch out and make kind of cooler things, like I did like a Greek-inspired villa this week, and like a duplex last weekend, and this time, I found a picture of this kind of modern-looking house, like, it's almost a mansion, I might call it a mansion. The inside of it doesn't feel very mansion-y to me, but like, the outside kind of looks like a fancy modern mansion, so we'll go with it. But I found a picture, I thought it was beautiful, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna try and build it. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna make it base game, because I get asked all the time to do more base game builds, and I always like try to make base game builds and limit my packs and stuff. But listen, it's hard to make a lot of original builds without many packs, and also when I'm doing 2 builds a week, I like don't want to do boring builds with just 1 pack or with a base game. But you know what? This time, I built a boring build with just the base game, and I think it turned out really good, and it does not look like a base game build, because sometimes base game builds are kind of meh. This one, I'm really proud of. So, you're welcome, everybody. Base game house, very expensive, and I sort of tried to replace the roomies house with this one. You know those party people out in Oasis Springs, like where Zoe Patel and them all live, Jay Huntington, that squad? This is their house that I've rebuilt. Because in my sister save, I'm going to rebuild the entire Sims 4. It's going to take me, like, this whole year. So don't get too excited. People keep being like, where is it? Why isn't it done yet? Give me some time, team. I'm rebuilding everything. And I haven't worked on it to fixes. I've been working on my Simsie save, updated it for Get Famous. It's a whole thing. But either way, I'm rebuilding the entire Sims 4 and trying to do limited packs and stuff, and so this is for that. I'm reimagining every townie's house and stuff, and so this is what I figured they would live in, because their current house, I don't know if you saw, but like, I bulldozed it in the beginning, so you can go back and look at it if you like need a refresher or whatever, but it's ugly. It's very weird. I kind of like the courtyard aspect of it, because it has this, like, it's in the shape of a square, but like a square donut, because there's like a hole in the middle, and that's kind of exciting. Like, I kind of respect that, but also it's super weird and kind of ugly, and like not executed well. And so I bulldozed it and did this instead. So there's 4 bedrooms, there's 3 upstairs and 1 master bedroom downstairs, which I figured if you played in this house, you could have like the 3 kids' bedrooms upstairs and the master downstairs, but I decorated them all for each of the townies. I kind of made an effort to make them look like they have some personality, but again, it is the base game, so like, there's not much stuff there, and they're all double beds and stuff, so you could realistically sleep 8 Sims in this house if you wanted to, which is kind of fun. And it's got like 2 bars, and it's got like a big TV, like, it's got it all. It's kind of a fun house. I keep saying kind of fun, but like, it's like a New Year's Eve party house, but it's New Year's Day. And so the party is gone, and everyone's just tired and a little miserable. But speaking of parties, I actually streamed last night for like 8.5 hours to like ring in the new year and stuff, and it was really fun. I went live at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and I streamed like through Europe's New Year's and also through mine, and it was really, really fun, and I just had a really good day. I'm very lucky, I think, to have all of these people that care about me, because I have never in my life had like New Year's Eve plans, ever, because I don't have any friends, and my friends that I do have now all live in like England, so I'm not really hanging out with them on the New Year, but the past 2 years I've streamed on New Year's Eve, and so I like hang out with everybody for so long. There were like 1,000 people at my stream last night the whole time, because no one has New Year's Eve plans, so we're all just like hanging out. We played Sims for a while. I played Kitty Powers Matchmaker for a bit, which is this stupid game from Steam where you pretend to be a matchmaker. Like, you have a matchmaking service, and then these like freaks come in, and they're not freaks, they're just kind of weird people with dumb like little bios and interests and stuff, and you have to like match them with somebody and go on dates and play mini games to like make their date successful. And it sounds dumb because it is dumb, but like the dialogue in in it is so funny, and it's a really fun game to play on stream because we're all just like doing voices and like making fun of them and stuff. And I played that for a bit, and I had such a fun time yesterday, and it was like the best New Year's Eve of my life. And I just sat alone in my office the whole time. And I know that sounds kind of lame, but like I had such a good day. So thank you all for hanging out with me and for making my life better this year. I had a very good time. Well, here's the thing. I feel very conflicted because I think 2018 was the best year of my life, but also, mental health-wise, the worst year of my life. Not to, be dramatic or anything, but I posted what I call the crazy video, and it is literally called I Am Not Okay. It's, so we had a time, basically, this year, but I feel better now, and I have the best friends I've ever had this year. Like, I've got a lot of good stuff going on. But, so that's why I feel very conflicted about 2018. Like, I'm like, ooh, it kind of sucks. She can die. But also, like, I had a really good time. Which, you know what? I am of the opinion, though. Like, everyone says all these things about the new year. Like, everyone's always like, oh, worst year of my life. Like, everyone says that every year, don't they? Like, it's either, like, worst or best. There's no, like, in-between years. Like, everyone is very, like, oh, it was the worst year ever. And everyone's always like, it doesn't feel like the end of the year. And, like, what does that even mean? How does it feel like the end of the year? Like, what? I don't understand that. Like, I get it, but also, time is a construct. Like, the end of the year really means nothing. I don't know. It's a whole thing. Usually I set goals. My mom always does, and so I kind of do too. I'm also kind of the opinion that, like, setting goals at the new year doesn't make a difference. Like, you can set goals anytime. It doesn't have to be, like, on the first day of the year, or you don't have to start when January comes around, but I like to set, like, goals, like, time goals, like, for, like, this year I want to do this thing, like, instead of just, like, ooh, I'm gonna get more fit now, and, like, giving up, in January, but I like to set, like, oh, I want to do this on my channel this year, and, like, this kind of stuff, I want to do this well in school this year, like, to push myself to just improve overall, and not really things that I can, like, start doing as soon as the year begins, because you can do them anytime, okay? Why am I being preachy right now? That's so annoying. What is wrong with me? Ew. And it's kind of gross, because I don't like to set number goals, but, like, last year I set goals for, like, subscriber count on my YouTube channel. Like, last year I was like, I hope I get to 200K. We almost got to 300K. So, yeah, we got there. So that's kind of exciting. But yeah, that's the kind of thing I usually do. Just, like, work stuff, just, like, typical work things, just girly things, I also set goals to, like, be less anxious and things of that nature, but, like, does that work out? No. Anyway, we can reflect on these things at some point in the future. We don't need to talk about it right now. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're good. I also listened to Dear Evan Hansen and to Ed Sheeran while I was building this and cried. So, like, are we okay? I mean, like, a good cry, I think, but, like, man, Dear Evan Hansen gets me every time. Also, I listened to In the Bedroom Down the Hall, which is a demo. It's on Spotify. It isn't actually in the final musical, but it's, like, part of the music. It's, like, written by anyway, you should listen to it if you haven't already. But it's this song called In the Bedroom Down the Hall, and it makes me sob literally every single time. So if you're into Dear Evan Hansen, or musicals in general, and you haven't heard that one, feel free to check it out, in case you were curious. I also have a funny story, because last night, before my stream, I tweeted something along the lines of, like, everyone else is getting up, dressed up all fancy, and going out for New Year's Eve, and I'm just alone at home in my office playing Sims and wearing a hoodie with my face on it, like, kind of as a joke, and all the replies were like, what's wrong with staying home on New Year's Eve, Kayla? That's fine. I'm doing the same thing. What's wrong with it? And they were all, like, kind of mean. I mean, they weren't all kind of mean. Most of them were fine, but, like, some of them were kind of petty, like, what's wrong with staying home on New Year's Eve? And they totally missed my joke. I was making fun of myself and also, like, trying to plug my stream and trying to be, like, relatable so I could get retweets. And everyone was like, what's wrong with staying home? There's nothing wrong with staying home. I'm not actually upset. You think I want to go out on New Year's Eve? Do you think that I want to dress up all fancy and go out on New Year's Eve? First of all, with who? And second of all, to do what? Because, like, underage, okay? Family channel, like, I don't have any friends, like, I don't want to go out somewhere, I have panic attacks at parties, like, I'm not going out. You think I'm gonna leave my house? I'm sorry, I'm getting preachy and ranty again, but, like, I thought it was very funny. People just take me too seriously every single time. Also, this morning, I'm gonna plug my Twitter one more time. Follow me on Twitter at lilsimsie. I'm like 4K off from 50K followers, by the way, so like get me there. That's my goal. My New Year's resolution is to get to 50,000 followers on Twitter. But anyway, I'm really funny. But this morning, I found someone tweeted at me a screenshot of my face from my stream last night, and I look ridiculous. I was so sad in the picture, and I have this dumb hat on and a JoJo Siwa bow on top of my head. And when you just take a step back and like look at it, like I look like I'm close to crying. I'm all frowny. I have the sparkly hat on, the JoJo Siwa bow. I'm wearing a hoodie with my own face on it. Like, just the overall image is so funny to me that I was gonna put it as my profile picture for a joke and then like get rid of it. But then Twitter, when you change your profile picture, it like prompts you to tweet hashtag new profile pic. And so it's kind of a meme because obviously like don't tweet hashtag new profile pic for real. Like when you do that, it's not like a, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I'm very picky about my tweets. I would never tweet that with like a regular selfie or a real picture. But the fact that it's just this ridiculous image and the tweet is just hashtag new profile pic, I thought it was so funny. I was like laying in bed this morning, like crying and laughing hysterically at this picture and this tweet. So I posted it and I was like cackling for like 20 minutes straight. I'm not even kidding. So in case you want to see it, I'll link the tweet down below for those of you in the future that are going to miss it. But follow me on Twitter for quality content such as that image. I've really gone downhill with my with my Twitter recently. I think that I've been tweeting the same kind of ridiculous things, but I used to care more about my profile picture and stuff. And this is, I think, me becoming less self-conscious. So that's kind of a good thing. But like, I'm willing to have that be my profile picture now. I mean, branding is kind of ruined from it, but like, who wouldn't follow that person on Twitter, right? The JoJo Siwa bow really sells it all. Can we talk about JoJo Siwa and Justin Bieber's beef for a second? Because, okay, in case you missed it, JoJo, my gal, dear God, got a car for Christmas. It's this white BMW. You can look it up because then you need to like have an image in your head, but I'll explain it to you in case you're not going to. It's a white BMW that they've painted with her face and like rainbows and like sparkles and like this. It's ridiculous. Like when you look at it, it makes you want to die a little bit. And she posted a picture of her standing next to it, looking all excited in like one of her little JoJo bows. And it looks like JoJo merch, but it's a car. It looks like how her packaging looks for her merch, but it's a car, okay? An expensive car. So she posted that picture, right? And then Justin Bieber, we're on a first name basis, so Justin commented, "Burn it." And then, because, like, I mean, I relate to Justin's opinion on this. And then Justin, like, apologized to her on Twitter. And he was like, "Sorry, I don't hate you, just the car." And then she got all, like, she was mad. JoJo was mad about this. And then she, like, posted a picture of her in the car with a cardboard cutout of Justin Bieber with the caption, "Burn it," on Instagram. And, like, the fact, okay, I think this interaction is so funny to me because it's Justin Bieber and JoJo Siwa. Like, in what world, you know? But the fact that she got so angry, like, JoJo, you need to understand that you have a car with your own face on it. Like, be self-aware for a second. I think she is. I really do think she is. I think she's just milking this because, like, it's Justin Bieber. But, like, if Justin... Oh, my phone went off. Oh, I'm so popular. Sorry. Twitter likes. By the way, follow me on Twitter at lilsimsie. But, like, if Justin Bieber told me to burn something, I would burn it. Like, in a heartbeat. Justin could be like, "Burn your house down." And I'd be like, "Yes." Okay, slight exaggeration. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even like Justin Bieber, but it's Justin Bieber. Like, if he wants me to burn something, I will. I don't know. I just think it's really funny. The fact that she got upset, though, really amuses me. And the fact that it happened at all, and that he apologized. Like, it's a good thing. It's so good. 2018 ends on the best note. But also, the fact that car exists really bothers me. Like, of all the things you could have done, because here's the thing, right? Like, I get that her brand is very, like, whoa, sparkles, rainbow, JoJo bows, you know? But, like, your car, like, you can have your house be sparkle, rainbow, JoJo bow, whatever. Like, that's fine, because they're going to see your house in your videos and stuff. Like, kind of yikes, but you can have, like, your office like that and whatever. On brand, I get it. But, like, no one's going to see what car you're driving, JoJo. You can drive whatever car you want. It doesn't have to look like that. No car should look like that. Okay, I'll stop. You guys really gotta go look it up, though. It's gonna ruin your year. Like, you're gonna start off 2019 with that image in your brain, and it's not gonna help. But it's okay. I think that you'll get through it. I hope JoJo tells me to burn myself now, because honestly, if she told me to, I think I would. So, there's that. I think I love her, but also she kind of scares me. I don't know. I have one of her bows. It was given to me as a Christmas gift by a friend of mine. And so, I have one. I am not ashamed to admit. And I respect her a lot. I think that JoJo Siwa is one of the most impressive people of our generation. Like, she has an empire, and she's a child. She's like 15, and she has an actual empire. It's kind of cool. So, here I am just plugging JoJo Siwa. Follow her on YouTube, I guess, and Twitter, and Instagram especially. If you guys don't know who she is, I need you to look her up. I'm sure you do, but in case you don't, like, please, I just want you to know, okay? I'm doing the Lord's work here and exposing you to our Lord and Savior, JoJo Siwa. It'll change your life. Her YouTube channel, just give it a listen. Like, watch like the first 30 seconds of one video and you'll understand. That's all you need. It's just the first, like, just like a little bit, okay? Like, I'm not kidding. Please, for me. I'm so excited. And then comment, and everyone in the comments, I want to know, what's your favorite JoJo memory? Okay? I think that mine is opening her bow as a Christmas gift this year from my dear friend Mel. That was definitely my favorite JoJo memory. Also, seeing her merch at Target is kind of fun. And when I first watched one of her videos, it really brought me a lot of joy, as many of you might understand. So let me know in the comments, your favorite JoJo memory, video, whatever. I'd love to hear about it. Also, your favorite 2018 memory. But it better be about JoJo. I think my favorite 2018 memory is opening a JoJo bow for Christmas. And that's it. That was the only good thing that happened in 2018, was JoJo Siwa. Can you imagine if that was the case? Are there JoJo stands that are like I don't want to say normal people, but like that aren't 7? Because who is her audience? They're children, right? Like young children? I just gotta know. My sister is like in there, I think, target audience, because my sister's 13. Like, my sister is a 13-year-old cheerleader. So, like, 13-year-old girl cheerleader, like, I think she is, like, the what you would expect to be the target JoJo Siwa audience. But my sister despises JoJo Siwa and, like, actively complains about her. So, but, like, everyone hated Justin Bieber for a while, too. So maybe that, I don't know. I love to hear your JoJo theories in the comments down below. Let's just talk all things JoJo. I hope she doesn't get upset. I really do love her. I don't mean to be, like, attacking her in this video, because I think she's great. Like I said, she's got an empire, and it's very impressive. But I just think it's funny. Like, she's a character. She's so interesting to me. I could go on and on about, like, the JoJo theories I have, because, like, I really think that she's done something very smart. So either she or someone in her family is a genius. But I have to go. So make sure to go ahead and leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day. And so I will see you all tomorrow. Also, Happy New Year. Bye, everybody. JoJo, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You guys, today I'm about to give you all a cartoon